Here, could I have your attention, please? We're ready to open up the regular meeting of the EDC for this month. Roll call, Maria.
Kate Sherry Boyer,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Here.
Archie McKee,
Here.
Melissa Mills,
Here.
Nate Manette,
Here.
Clyde Rabidou is absent, and Nick Russell.
Here.
Also present Jeremy Evans, Maria Bourgeois, and Rachel Child.
Very good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Maria. We have a proposed addition to the agenda, that being Resolution 2024-16 to approve travel and training for Rachel Childs to attend a conference. Can we have a motion? Put it on the agenda, please.
I'll make the motion.
Nate,
I thought it was on the agenda already. We got a revised one.
it's just what's in front of you guys today, because it's not on the original one.
Okay.
You all right, Sherry? Sherry? Okay, yep. So, all those in favor of accepting Resolution 2024-16 as an addition to our agenda for today, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I do need a second. I got Nate making the motion.
Second.
Thanks, Archie.
Man, Arch.
Very good. The addition to the agenda is accepted. Public comment. Any? Need a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes of the EDC for April 10th of 2024. Motion to that effect, please.
I make a motion.
Melissa making the motion. Second? I can't hear.
Second.
Sherry, oh,
Sherry. Second, Sherry. Got it. Very good. Any discussion? There being none, we'll assume the questions have been moved. All in favor of accepting the previous meeting minutes of April 10th, 2024. Please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Committee reports. Anything from governance, Nate?
No.
Charlie, anything without it? Or Archie, anything without it in finance?
No. Thank you.
Loan committee.
Nothing to report.
Very good. Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report, I don't have too much to say. Again, we've got the three different reports, all that show useful information, but I really think that the Actual to Budget is a great tool, and so far we're on track as far as our budget expenditures for the year. Open to any questions.
Are there any questions on the treasurer's report for the month of April? There being none, we'll accept a motion to approve the treasurer's report for the month of April 2024. Motion, please.
So moved.
Archie,
Moved by Archie, second.
I'll second.
Nick,
Second, Nick. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. You guys have it. Old business.
None.
None. New business. We have 3 resolutions.
Oh, I may have something under old business.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I'm not sure if this is right for EDC or it should be the IDA, and it has got to do with the Hearth building. Have the smarter, better, new and improved engineers had a look at that building yet to determine whether the wall is stable or unstable or not even looked at?
They provided a quote to come and put together a plan for doing the work. And that was included in their assessment. I can't recall how much it is, something like $18,000. And
Yeah.
actually what we could do for you is print that a report out if you, sometimes it's easier to see if it's printed out. Did you get it? Did you get a copy? Everybody should have gotten a copy by email. If anybody, paper copy, we can print it.
Okay.
You want me to print one?
Let's just resend. Is the email message so short enough?
Well, sometimes it's easier if we print it with a big printer.
Okay, whatever you think.
So we do have the quote for them to come and make a plan. It's not a quote to fix it because they've got to actually engineer it. So their quote is to come visit the site, do a full inspection, and then engineer a fix. But that's not, and we can talk about it more, but that's not something right now that we have any intention of doing. But we did want to make sure we understood it. And so that's why we got this quote.
Do we know if anybody else is willing to share that expense with us?
I think the first question is whether we want to share the expense. Based
Okay.
on our previous discussions. But my plan is to share this information with somebody who I think may be interested. Now that we have it.
Okay, would that be Nikki?
Yep.
Because so far she's unaware of that information.
She was aware that we were getting it, and I told her I would be in touch once we got the report back.
Okay. All right, I would suggest we make her aware of it as soon as we can.
Okay. I will.
And-
I'll get a hold of her this week.
Okay, and also Dank, because we were kind of sharing expenses in the final closure of the property, and with them, were we not?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep. And some of the costs that we've had so far, they have been very diligent and cooperative in sharing those expenses. But if we go any further, they will likely not want to participate.
well,
If
we
we were-
wouldn't want to interfere with their diligence.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Archie, anybody else? We were in new business. And I'll go back to item number 9 on the agenda, new business. And the first item to consider is resolution 2024-13 for the approval of contract to provide grant administration services to Play ADK.
These next 3 resolutions, I would be happy for Rachel to walk us through.
Oh, okay, that'll be fine. Sure. Rachel.
Sure. So, Play ADK is a nonprofit in downtown Saranac Lake. They have received several grants and continue to apply for grant funding to establish the first children's museum of the Adirondacks in Saranac Lake. It includes renovation of an existing building and then new construction of an additional building on that site. And they basically heard through the grapevine that we are helping Pendragon, and so they are now interested in us supporting them with grant administration services, and the current contract is $25,000. That's about it.
Is there no museum in Tupper Lake?
Not children's, I don't think.
It's not explicitly a children's museum.
You say not explicitly a children's museum, but it does have some children's features?
I guess. I mean, the Wild Center is like really for anyone of any age. But yeah, theirs would be specifically for children.
Remember, this resolution is giving us, is us accepting the contract to provide grant administration services. It's, has nothing to do with, other things, but just to point that out.
Where's it going?
It's in Saranac Lake. Jeremy, do you wanna let us know the exact site of where the museum's going in?
It's right across the street from the train depot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's where Home Energy Services used to be.
That's in Saranac Lake.
Yeah.
In Saranac Lake.
Yes, yep.
Do we have grant opportunities that are tied to the train operation?
Has nothing to do with the train operation, Charlie, or Archie.
Right, the
That's all
train
right.
stops in Tupper Lake. So they are repurposing the depot in Saranac Lake as part of the rail trail. But Play ADK has been very aggressive in seeking grant opportunities for their own project. And that's why they reached out to us is to kind of get assistance for trying to keep it all organized and make sure they're getting all their paperwork in and things like that because they don't have that expertise.
I'm sure Clyde wouldn't feel bashful about me explaining. This morning, there was a large article in the Adirondack Daily Enterprise about the DEC doing something, probably about $8 million to start in that area around the depot in order to update the depot and get it ready for the supposed 250,000 people a year that will be using the Adirondack Rail Trail. I'll be waiting to see, but as of right now, I think it's a good opportunity for Saranac Lake as a community to try to collapse everything into that area that's been under discussion for years and years, ever since rail freight went out of business, basically, in the 1970s, 1980s. So I think it's part of their overall community development plan, Archie, for what's going to happen in Saranac Lake. So all we're being asked to do right now is to provide grant administration services. Anything we can do to encourage, encourage development like that within our 19 communities, I think we should be all for it. I'm not pontificating.
Okay, thank
Anything
you.
further? Do we have a motion on
No.
20? I'm sorry.
No.
No.
We don't have a motion.
So we'll need a motion to approve Resolution 2024-13 to approve the contract to provide grant administration services to Play ADK. Could I have a motion to put that on the floor?
I will make a motion.
Melissa?
Oh, second it.
Richie and Melissa.
Okay. Further discussion? Anything further to discuss? There being none, I'm assuming that we can move, the question has been moved. Proceed to the roll call, please, Maria.
Okay, Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Yes.
Archie McKee,
Yes,
Melissa Mills,
Yes.
Nate Manette,
Yes.
Clyde Rabideau is absent, Nick Russell,
yes.
duly adopted.
Thank you, Maria. We now have Resolution 2024-14 to approve a contract to provide grant administration services to Tupper Arts. And again, I think it would be, if forbearance of the CEO, I think we should ask Rachel if she gives a quick capsule.
Sure. So Tupper Arts is a community arts organization in Tupper Lake. We've previously given them grant funding for the current building they have for facade renovations. They operate a gift shop, a gallery, and they have art studios and dance studios in that building. And they are purchasing the building next door called the State Theater. It's a historic building that's currently just a movie theater, and they will be converting it to a visual and performing arts center in addition to continuing to utilize it as a movie theater. They've received a Department of State grant, and I believe they've already received or are anticipating receiving a NISCA grant. And since they've worked with us before and don't have the in-house expertise or capacity, they would like us to help them with grant administration. And the contract is valued at $20,000.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Just as a by the way, I've seen significant traffic increase on the main street on Park Street ever since the Tupper Arts Center has gotten into business and begun to do things. It's just nice to see. I think the addition of the theater, if that's going to be part of what we'll be doing in the future with them, is any indication, it's about time. The theater, basically, before the Art Center indicated his interest to purchase, the operator of the theater did one of those really big upgrades to be able to handle the new technology in screening new films. So it's been a steady increase from, my God, going back to the 70s when the building was shuttered and almost abandoned. So it's come back from the brink twice. And I think this is part of, again, of our mission as an IDA to do anything we can to improve downtowns in our communities and to make it a place, Franklin County, a place where we can depend on people coming to either visit or to just join in what's going on. It'll be great for the part-time and the permanent residents. So thank you for working on developing this contract, Rachel. We right now, did we get a motion on that, Maria?
No, we need a motion, please.
Motion to approve resolution 2024-14 to approve a contract to provide grant administration services to Tupper Lake. Tupper
Hey,
Art.
motion,
Second.
Motion.
Archie second,
Proceed with the roll, my dear. Thank you.
Sherry Boye,
Yes.
She's out, looks like.
Oh, I'm
James Ellis,
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes.
Archie McKee,
Yes.
Melissa Mills,
Yes.
Nate Manette.
Yes.
Clyde Rabideau is absent. Nick Russell,
Yes.
duly adopted.
Thank you. We are now into resolution 2024-15 to approve the Tupper Lake Energize Uptown Round 3 award. Again, it's Rachel's turn at bat.
Yes, so this is the 7th award for the Energize Uptown Fund for $96,000 for 54 Park Street. That's the old Trillium building in Uptown Tupper Lake next to the Washboard Donut Shop. It's a full facade rehab that will make that building blend in with the other more recent renovations. So having that modern Adirondack look that Uptown Tupper Lake now has. And it will create 2 new jobs, and there'll be a land surveying and architecture company in there. And that's about it.
Thank you, Rachel. Again, another, I think, transformative project. It's going to be a good thing. I'm speaking for Tupper Lake. I'm not speaking for myself right now, just so you all know what's going on. I think there's some significant things happening, and this is just another step in that significant happening. So anybody have any questions? We need a motion.
I think, Archie, do you have a question?
Just a comment, I'll make the motion, but this is the first time in any of these motions that you've mentioned the creation of jobs, and these are these full-time jobs?
Yes, there's other projects that are creating jobs as well from round 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and well, and actually from round 2 as well. There's going to be quite a few jobs created under this program.
Okay.
I should also add that with the approval of this award, we will still have approximately $35,000 in funding. I've already received 1 application, and I'm anticipating up to 3 additional applications. So should have no trouble awarding the remaining funds.
It would be nice when you give us a report like that, if you could mention the number of jobs that it's going to create, because I think that is part of our mission, is job creation.
Mhm.
in the IDA and EDC. Okay, good.
Is that listed on your grant report now, job numbers?
No, it is not. I provided in previous updates, but I can add it to the grant
Yeah,
report.
maybe that's good to just.
Yeah,
month
that's a good
in.
idea. Yep, definitely.
Okay, but I'll make the motion.
Okay, Archie,
Motion by Archie, second.
One second.
Nate,
Second, Melissa. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with the volume up there, so I have to go by hand signals, and Melissa's raised her hand for the second, so we're duly authorized here. So we have a resolution and we have a first, second to approve the Tupper Lake Energized Uptown Fund Round 3 award. Anything further? Any discussion? There being none, we'll assume the question's been moved. Go ahead, Maria.
Sherry Boye. I see you saying yes, even though I can't hear you. James Ellis,
Yes. Sorry.
Archie McKee,
Yes.
Melissa Mills,
Yes.
Nate Manette,
Yes.
Clyde Rabidou is absent, Nick Russell,
Yes.
duly adopted.
Thank you, everybody. We now go on to a housekeeping resolution. It's 2024-16 to approve Rachel's going to a conference in Lewis County. Do I got it correct, Rachel? Rachel, is that correct?
Yeah, so Naturally Lewis Economic Development Conference is the second year they are holding it. It would be my first year attending. And it's organized by the Lewis County IDA. So it's basically our counterpart in Lewis County that's organized this. So good opportunity to meet people and problem solve with other people that are doing the exact same thing we're doing.
Is it just one day, Melissa?
It's one day. Yep, I'll be going down the night before, and it's just one day. Yep.
Just for your information, one of the guiding lights for our reorganization when we brought Jeremy aboard and reorganized all the things we're trying to do, Justice Martin, who was on the IDA with us many years ago, Justice and I went to the Lewis County IDA, and that's where we got excited about what they were doing down there. So I think this is a good place to go. I think they're a really, how should I say it? They're a star of industrial development, and they do a good job. The one thing that didn't happen is that we'd like to have had a member of the county board, either as a member of our IDA or attending all of our meetings. They do that in Lewis County, and I think they still do. Is that right, Rachel? Or do you know?
I'm not sure.
They do. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm happy to see you going. I think they're good people, and I think you're going to learn a lot from them because you've been there and they've done so many different things. So, do we have a motion to approve Resolution 2024-16?
Nick,
I'll move it.
Okay.
Second.
Second.
Archie.
Anything further to discuss? If not, we'll assume the question's been moved. Go ahead with the roll call. Maria?
Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Yes.
Archie McKee,
Yes.
Melissa Mills,
Yes.
Nate Manette,
Yes.
Clyde Rabidou is absent, Nick Russell,
Yes.
duly adopted.
Thank you again, everybody.
And
I don't see any need for executive session. If not, we'll move on to public comment.
Okay, this is public, private, or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think that we should all acknowledge that hiring Rachel is one of the smartest things that this board has ever done. So, Rachel, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy to be here.
Well done.
Thank you. And I think all of us, all the rest of the board agrees exactly with what Archie's saying. So, anything further in public comment? If not, we will entertain a motion to adjourn the EDC meeting for this month. The date of the next meeting will be July 10, 2024 at Paul Smith College in Pickett Hall. And we have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Nate,
I'll
Nate,
second it.
second by Melissa.
Or Melissa.
Melissa,
Please signify by saying aye if you